Doctrinless Christianity, though, if you haven't noticed, and doctrinalist religion is utterly pervasive in America today. Utterly pervasive. And we see it most commonly in major media figures of self-help, spirituality, and success, such as Oprah Winfrey, Houston megachurch pastor Joel Osteen, and the late Stephen Covey, author of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, 1999, which is probably one of the best 2 or 3 selling books of the past 30 years. Although they might differ on specifics, the common message of these authors and their countless followers is that a life of love, service, and significance is the best life of all. God will help you live that kind of life, but your faith, these sorts of people say, should be empowering and tolerant rather than fractious and nitpicking. Sociologist Christian Smith at Notre Dame says that these characteristically American beliefs amount to moralistic therapeutic deism, which I also think is a good term, but doctrinalist moralized Christianity, I think, gets more down to the nugget of what's going on with Franklin. Many of today's most prominent exponents of this sort of moralistic therapeutic deism, such as Osteen, live out their faith in particular congregations and traditions. Even Oprah Winfrey has testified that, quote, "I am a Christian. That is my faith. However," she says, "I am not asking you to be a Christian. If you want to be one, I can show you how, but it is not required," end quote. Doctrinalist Christians agree that people may need to believe in some doctrines. Our personal understanding of God can help us. We may need particular beliefs to enable our best life now, in Joel Osteen's phrase. But ultimately, the focus of doctrinalist Christianity is a life of good works, resiliency, and generosity now. Now, faith helps us to embody disciplined, benevolent success in this life. And that's what God wants for us. That's what these folks say. And, you know, it's easy to dismiss this kind of pop faith today as peddled by wealthy media superstars. But I would argue it is America's most common code of spirituality. Most common. And for Ben Franklin, doctrinalist moralized Christianity was serious intellectual business. It was born out of contemporary religious debates and out of dissatisfaction with his family's Puritanism. And like many skeptics in the 18th century, Ben Franklin was weary of 300 years of fighting over the implications of the Protestant Reformation. Much of that fighting concerned church authority and particular doctrines. And Franklin grew up in a world of intractable conflict between Catholics and Protestants, but also between and within Protestant denominations themselves. What good was Christianity if it precipitated pettiness and persecution and violence? So unlike some self-help celebrities today, Franklin and his cohort of European and American deists reckoned that in promoting a doctrineless, ethics-focused Christianity, they were redeeming Christianity itself.